Hey, Goat Knucklers, it is Flo with Goat Knuckle Talk with Flo. Welcome back. Hey, guys, when you're watching this video on YouTube, man, please help us out by subscribing to the channel, turning your notifications on, liking the videos, and leaving a comment. So let me go ahead and introduce you to my co-host, class of 83 from Plainview. And I'm, by the way, I'm originally from Plainview, class of 83 as well. Lisa Nolan Hafner. Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Flo. How are you?
I'm doing well. Who is these debonair gentlemen on our screen tonight?
We have the famous or infamous or notorious Phibbs brothers from Hereford. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
We're so excited about the show. So I'm going to call on each one of you and tell our audience what year you graduated and where you're living. I'm going to start with John.
Yeah, Lisa. So I graduated in 1982. I'm the oldest brother. I currently live in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Great. Glen.
I'm from the class of 83, the best of the West.
83,
Yeah.
Good year.
Yeah. And I also live in Tulsa.
Patrick.
Hey, guys. Yep. Patrick, I graduated in the class of 1986, and I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma, just a couple of blocks from Kevin.
Glen.
Michael.
Let's see. Graduated 88, Hereford. So it was with class of 88.
And you
Where you
live?
living?
I live in Tulsa area, just outside of Tulsa.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, cool.
You are the baby. Are you the baby of your family or just the baby of the boys?
Just the baby of the boys. I have a younger sister, Angela.
Oh, cool. Well, guys, hey, real quick. So I was telling Lisa, I've only had maybe a couple of cocktails. I've only drank twice, maybe on the other shows. So this is my third. But I mean, talking to Lisa, I was telling her about talking with you guys. It's going to be a fun show. So cheers to the Phibbs. So,
Thank you.
Cheers.
Let's have a good show here. Cheers. Salud.
Salute.
Oh, that tequila's burning. Anyway, so I gotta say something.
Yeah. So hey guys, what was it like growing up with 7 kids? I can't even imagine. Who wants to go first?
Well, John loves to always speak first.
So go ahead, John.
I am the oldest, so
Yeah.
yeah, they were worried I might talk too much, but I think the thing that I didn't appreciate, growing up together, like I appreciate it today, when we were kids, I think the thing that stands out to me the most is, when we started off, Kevin was my roommate. And so Kevin was my best friend. Also, there was a lot of rivalry. There was constant interactions between us. So it was fun. I mean, today I look back on it and you don't really appreciate, I think, the opportunities you had as kids until we kind of separated. But I have a lot of fond memories, and we still, give each other a hard time about things we did when we were in elementary school, junior high, and high school.
Oh, cool.
So, lots of fun.
Well,
It was-
Glenn.
it was,
I was
you
gonna
know-
say, go ahead, Patrick.
I was just going to say, I think there's something you have to understand before you ask that question. And it's that we have 7 siblings in this family, and we were born between the years of 1962 and 1972. So 7 kids in a 10-year time frame, and 3 that graduated consecutively. I think John graduated in when, John? 82?
82.
Glen in 80. Yeah, Glen in 83 and Teresa in 84. Yeah. But it was loud in our family. It was competitive. It was loving. It was fun. There's a lot of words that go into describing our family. But sorry, Kevin, I'm probably taking your time.
No, you're
It's a
not.
big family.
Well, another question: was it chaotic?
Constant chaos,
Yes.
especially around the kitchen table, the
Controlled
bathroom.
chaos.
Yeah. And we didn't have technology. We had a television most of the time growing up, but, we would debate on what show we were going to watch. So I would say controlled chaos. Usually the older, like since I was the oldest and the biggest at one point, I kind of ruled the roost for a while. My older sister and I, Mariana, did.
Well,
I
you know what? Hold on.
beg
We
to
got
differ.
the
I
G.
think Mom did.
Well, I was going to say.
Well, true. Yeah.
I was going to say we had the G-rated version. Glenn, give us the R-rated version. Come on.
You're pulling, aren't you? John and I, we went at it quite a bit, but he was, the bigger, the stronger. So I used to get the crap beat out of me.
It was
he actually sent me to the hospital one time.
Oh, shit.
But when we were real young, the fun stories were John and I used to compete, Patrick and Michael, against each other in fights.
Yeah.
And it was just so much fun back then because it was. Should we tell them the barn story, John?
Yeah, let's tell the barn story.
You want to tell them the barn story?
You brought it up. You tell it.
Is it kind of like the one from Saving Private Ryan when tells it?
We made Patrick and Michael climb up on the barn, and John and I got sticks and scooped up manure and
kept them on top of the barn.
Threw manure
up
at them.
They used our fear against us, and when they were letting the cows out, and Michael and I were a little bit young and afraid of the cows, so we'd climb on the barn. And so they used that to their advantage and started launching cow pies at us.
Very wet.
Very cow pies at us, yeah.
Yeah.
That is very
great.
I'm going to give you I don't even know you, and I'm going to give you the R-rated version of your story. Your poor mom. 10 years.
Yeah.
In a horizontal position, either making a baby or delivering a baby.
Well, she did really well. She went from using a wooden spoon to using weeping willow switches to going to the paddles. Like she had full control. She was really good at it. So yeah.
Fly swatters.
She kept control. Yeah.
SSP racetrack.
When you
Hot Wheels tracks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about those. Yeah. She used them all.
What about you, Michael? You're over there just being quiet. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, I'm enjoying the stories. I remember, I was the younger version or younger brother of everybody, but I remember a lot of this, and the fights that John and Kevin would instigate with Patrick and I, they were always brought up as boxing matches or competition or something like that, and they would end up turning into an all-out brawl between Patrick and I, and it was all instigated by John and Kevin. Loving every minute of it.
I think they were. They were in elementary school. I think I took Michael. Michael was on my team, and Patrick was on Kevin's team, and we would start them off boxing, and eventually they'd get mad at each other, and it would just turn it to a knockdown, drag out. we would ring the bell, and we'd grab them and separate them, and then we'd coach them a little bit, and we'd throw them back in the ring, and we did that for a number of years. It was fun.
What about the sisters?
We got pretty good at it.
Yeah.
What were the sisters doing whenever you guys were doing all this?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, Mariana, our oldest sister, swears she has post-traumatic stress. Not to demean or lessen that, but she says she has post-traumatic stress from having to cope with brothers like us getting into the trouble and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, one thing I want to say about Mariana is fiercely loyal and just tough as nails. When we were little, she was I would call her the great defender. She actually fought a couple of my fights for me. And I didn't want to mess with her when she was little because she was really tough. I'd say she grew up that way. She was kind of like the second mom. She kind of parented us when we were younger.
How much
Well, I
older?
want to bring up this one photo. You could tell there's a gap between you guys. Look at you and Glenn. You guys are casually dressed. Patrick and Michael in suits. You guys, the older guys, have the '80s hair look, and then the younger brothers have the nice little Republican haircut. So
I don't know what the hell I was thinking in that picture. Who actually gave that picture?
I think Patrick
I did not turn that into you,
Patrick did it. Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
Turned in the worst picture you could find. Thank you.
We had some great hair in
all
the
I had
80s,
access
man. I miss that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is the oldest, your sister's the oldest?
Mariana's the oldest. Yeah.
And how much older is she than you?
She's about 17 months older than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're all really close in age. She and I were 2 years apart in school.
and so class of '80.
She
It
was
goes-
class of 80. Yeah. Yeah. Tell him, Pat.
It goes a girl, 2 boys, a girl, 2 boys, and then our youngest sister. So Teresa is the true middle child, and then Angela is the
And
baby
acts
of the
like it.
family. So
And
Mariana's
she
the
would-
oldest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So during the conversation, I will pop these comments from YouTube, by the way. So
Oh, I see. Yeah. Teresa's commenting. Yeah. We do call him
Yeah.
Kevin. Yeah.
yeah, and then I don't know who this person is watching, and
That's
Vanya?
our cousin Vanna
Vanna. Okay,
Yeah, family.
There you go, guys.
Yep.
family.
Well, cool.
Yeah. They should, if they have stories, they should post them so we can.
No,
Oh, no. I don't know if we want him to
Yeah.
tell stories.
So you know what?
Live.
let's not do that.
I want to get the shit. I want to get the shit
Post-trauma.
talking, guys. Who is the
Yeah.
best athlete? Come on, no.
We'll define.
I
best
was the
athlete.
fastest. John was, and woo, that's a tough one.
Kevin was.
John and Michael
I
were
like
the
where you're-
toughest.
What
I
do you
like where
think,
you're going
Pat?
with that. Kevin was the fastest. At least
Yeah, he was
that's the
smoking.
rumor. We never
He was
never
pure
really
speed.
raced.
Whatever,
John-
Pat. I still
John
could
and
beat you.
Michael. Yeah, John
Yeah.
and Michael still very similar in terms of physical and speed and hitting ability in football. And I think John, you played football, ran baseball, or played baseball and ran track.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
You did?
And then Kevin, football, baseball, and track.
Yep.
And then I was football, basketball, baseball, and track. So I was the best all around athlete.
Oh, shut up, Pat. Whatever.
Michael,
So, what position did you guys normally play? Because someone I saw a comment that a galore of linebackers, but you guys weren't all linebackers, were y'all?
no.
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 Okay.
No.
I played
Go ahead.
linebacker. I played linebacker and running back all through my football career. I excelled at linebacker, and I got a scholarship playing linebacker. So those are the 2 positions that I enjoyed the most. I really wish now that I maybe played strong safety, just a little farther off the line of scrimmage. Probably would have been better for me, just because as you go into college, everybody's bigger, faster, stronger. So, but anyway, yeah, those are the 2 positions I played.
Glenn?
I played the Coach Compton's athlete that he could yank his ass off the field the quickest.
Well, I got yanked off the field too.
He-
So
He
I got yanked off.
I got
the
in trouble
field
way too much.
Why is
every
that?
year, sophomore,
He was-
junior, senior.
He was you were wingback, right?
It was wing back,
In
special
Compton's-
teams, but yeah, I couldn't. I don't know. My senior year, my ankle was hurt so much, and he didn't like it, and he used to yank my ass right off the field. So that's my senior year was basically on the bench.
Damn.
We,
Yeah,
we had a change in coaching. John and Kevin both had Coach Compton and his staff, and then Coach Jerry Taylor and his staff came in for my years in varsity, and a little bit of Michael. And then Coach Compton came back, right?
Yeah, he came back, but he retained some of Coach Taylor's coaches there also.
Oh yeah.
I believe Coach Young, Coach Sarter, Coach Wilhelm.
Right.
Yeah, but that's right. So, excuse me, there was a change of guard there.
Well,
I'm
sorry. Go ahead, Michael. No, go ahead and finish.
Well, I liked it because when we were younger, John and Kevin's team, you know, they went to the playoffs and they went to play in a lot of different college stadiums, but they also played at Texas Stadium. And as a younger brother, basically the whole town went to these games. So it was a lot of fun, a lot of memories. It was big time, real big time. And it made a big impression on me and my class. And so we were really hoping that we would have Coach Compton to lead us in what we thought we could, you know, go to the playoffs as well. And hopefully we would get to Texas Stadium as well. And we did. So that was great. We enjoyed it.
So, Patrick and Michael, did the coaches wanted you guys to play like John or play like Glen?
Not me. Not me.
My coaches didn't know John and Glen.
Oh, they did. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
My coaches didn't know them, so I was kind of on my own to pave my own way. But you know, I mean, it's very similar to a lot of other Hereford players' story. We had two great classes of athletes coming from La Plata Junior High and Stanton Junior High. The better athletes coming from La Plata. And,
of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Absolutely. Every time.
And coming together into high school football, we really were looking forward to that time together.
Well, you know, we had just recently, we had Raymond Martinez of 83 and Kerry Beard of 83. They mentioned that when Coach Compton would get pissed, he would like kick dirt, throw his cap, and he would smoke cigarettes on the sideline. I was like, what?
Yeah,
so,
he was.
So you guys witnessed all that.
He was fierce. You know, he was small, but he was fierce.
Yeah.
He would get right in your face. And if you made a
Hubba
mistake,
bubba.
It didn't matter how great you were. If you made a mistake, he was in your face and he let you have it. Yeah, he ruled with an iron fist.
So he grabbed you guys by the face mask quite a bit?
Always. Yeah. I got pulled off the field 2 or 3 times. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
for fighting, probably.
Yeah. Give us a play if you can remember why he pulled you off the field.
You know, I think I missed a block when I was playing running back in scrimmage. And I mean, he lit me up and grabbed by the face mask and drug me off out of the play and put me on the sideline and, or just to the side of where we were practicing, so it's kind of shocking. I mean, I'm used to coaches being tough and stuff. I think, when I moved to Hereford, it was in 1979, and it was the end of my freshman year at a different school and the beginning of my sophomore year. And so I was a little surprised by it, when it happened the first time, but I grew used to it. So, you just knew what to expect from Coach Compton. So,
So can you guys share, and I'll start with Glen, any stories about Plainview?
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well,
he's kind of frozen.
The ones, Plainview is always then go to Pat or go back to John then.
Yeah, so my senior year was, I think our team was picked team of the half century, and we had an amazing group of seniors. There was 32 seniors. I think you've interviewed some of those guys. Mm-hmm. We had just an amazing, talented group of people. The thing that I remember, about Plainview, the field was wet. It was muddy. I think Plainview was undefeated. We were undefeated. It was our 7th game of the season. And, in the scouting report, the guy that I zeroed in on was a guy by the name of, I think, Robert Braddock. And so Braddock played linebacker, and I think he played running back as well. So he and I were always on opposite sides of each other. We played a lot against each other. I think the game was tied, and Raymond Martinez came in. It may have been in the fourth quarter when he came in and kicked a beautiful field goal to win the game. So between Plainview and Lake Highlands, I would say that Plainview was probably the tougher team that we played. Even though we lost that Lake Highlands game, we made some, uncharacteristic mistakes in that game. We really kind of gave it away. So I would say Plainview was probably the toughest team out of those 14 games that we played. When we won by 3 in that game, and then the 14th game we lost by 3.
Okay. What about you, Patrick?
Yeah, we let's see, my junior year we went to Plainview, and I believe we won that game 17-16. We had a tough crew of guys that were seniors that year in David Parsons and Lee Brockman. I think Lee went to the University of Texas to play. Mike Scott was our quarterback. Great year. We just squeaked out a win in Plainview that year. And then the next year, I think Plainview was picked in the district above us. Paladuro and Amarillo High, I think, were the two they were really touting to win the district. And so that was going to be a big game. Homecoming's always fun and a big deal, but the Plainview game was, the motivation around playing Plainview was sky high. And our coaches really knew how to pick a player from the roster, in this case, Willie Ainsley, and use that for our motivation because he was a great running back. And, they wanted us to stop him. And we did. We had a great defensive game, and we won that one 26-13. So junior and senior year against Plainview was successful for us.
Oh, cool. Michael, I guess you were 2 years younger, right? What about you? Your memories?
Well,
against us?
I was,
Yeah.
well, I don't. I played sophomore. I was on the varsity my sophomore year, occasionally, but I don't have any big memories as far as Plainview goes. I remember him, and I remember Willie because he was such a great player. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Michael. Your sophomore year. You played him. Was it your junior year? You guys dropped to 4A.
Yes. So our junior year, yeah, we dropped down to 4A, and Canyon kind of fell into our rivalry at that point. So we went out with Plainview and jumped in with Canyon that 86, 87 year. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go.
Hang on. I want to go back to Glen telling us a little bit more about why he got kicked out of a lot of games. What kind of shenanigans were you pulling? You need to really.
Yeah, Kevin.
It wasn't anything really. It wasn't really my attitude. It's just I had a really bad ankle and I had bone spurs, and so it really affected my senior year. I couldn't run good. It just wasn't good. So Coach Compton was not happy with me, took me out of a lot of situations. And right after my senior year, I had surgery on that ankle, and they pulled out like 9 bone spurs and a bone fragment. And I was so wanting just to walk up to him and go, see what I had. And I had actually seen him years after I graduated, and we talked and had a great time. And so there's no ill will there at all. I just didn't have a good senior year in football because the injury thing was just not good. But back to that Plainview thing, my junior year, when we went to Plainview and beat them in Plainview. John, I can't remember the score of that game.
It was 10 to
Do you
7.
remember the score of that game? 10 to 7. And it was late in the fourth quarter, and Plainview was going like they were trying to get down the field. And I remember that they took this big long pass down the field, and Matt Collier defended the pass, and everybody was booing and all this, and the paper the next day had a great picture of Matt Collier grabbing the receiver, and the ball was still about 2 to 3 feet away from him. And I don't know why I remember
All
that.
right, Matt.
I know
Go, Matt.
if you're here, hey, great. But it probably was the call that helped us win the game, because if that dude would have caught the ball, they would have been like in field goal range, no problem. Like,
well, I talked to Robert about that, and
Yeah.
he goes, I think it was Micah Weeks was receiver. So anyway, hey, we got to change, I guess, from football. People are posting about pool.
oh God.
And then what does this say? Pool party, silver bullet bash, barn dances, and mommy's saying, talk about the fire drill.
Oh,
Here we go. Here
Should we
go.
do the fire drill first? Let me do the fire drill.
Probably shouldn't. You sure we want to go there?
You have to go there. Mom said you had to go there.
Let's do the fire drill first. So when we were all in, really little, like maybe elementary school, we had something happened in our house, like with one of our cars, that it filled the house full of smoke at night. And so we had somebody called the fire department, and we all had to get out of the house. And so one of the things we were taught was to do these fire drills. We had to practice fire drills. So when mom was gone, my mom worked as a nurse during the day. So we had a 2-story house in Dallas, and Kevin and I decided that we were going to practice fire drills. So we took off the screen on our second floor window, and we got Michael and Pat, and they were probably, I would say, kindergarten or first grade. Yeah, you were probably
Below,
5 or 6.
I was never older than first grade in that house, so I was young.
Yeah, they were really young. So Kevin and I got them to the edge of the roof, and we said, okay, you guys just jump and roll. So it was probably 10 feet, maybe 12 feet. So they wouldn't jump, so we pushed them off the roof.
Hell no.
We pushed them on the roof, and I think maybe some of the neighbors or somebody saw us doing it, but
tuck and roll. Tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll. So we tried to make them as tough as we could.
Were there any
for sure.
No injuries. No, these guys are really tough. I mean, they're really tough.
but I had nightmares about falling off the roof for years, I think.
Yeah, that's the fire drill story. Yeah.
All right. So
I was so young. I was so traumatized. I don't even remember it. I remember.
You were there. I know you were.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So when did this start?
Oh, yeah.
Silver bullet. When did?
Oh yes.
I was in college at WT.
That was 1983. And,
so was this the class of '83 who thought
this
of this?
is the class of '83, and what you see on that upper right-hand corner box is the original Silver Bullet Bash gang, Silver Bullet gang, and I can't remember who decided to have the party, but we printed up about at least 500 business card / tickets, and we pre-sold all those tickets, and we traveled. A few of us traveled to Amarillo, and we went to the Coors distributorship, and we brought back 14 kegs of Coors Light, and not one of us was 18. And they didn't even call us. And we drove over about 75 miles from the Coors distributorship back to Hereford with those kegs. And I can't even tell you how many bottles of Everclear for trash can punch. And then that upper left-hand picture is the West Texas State defensive football team. We thought that would be a smart idea to hire them as our bouncers. And I think they're the ones that took most of the money at the door, and we never saw it again. And they probably drank, that crew on your upper left probably drank about two kegs themselves.
Yeah.
And the lower left is the barn, empty. And then at that lower right, you see and that's probably not the most full that party got. But we were the original, the class of 83 was the original Silver Bullet Bash. And that was
legendary.
You want to?
Well, I was just going to ask. I mean, this is 83. Leaks and I 83. Drinking age was 19. How in the hell did you guys?
They never card. I don't know. I think Kobe, Craig Hauser, and I for exactly who went, but we had fake IDs, but we just ordered the beer, and when we got there, they didn't even here, and they loaded us up. They loaded our trailer up, and back we went. I don't know how it. And
did you guys cover the kegs?
I mean, it was an amazing party, great, and they have tried since, but they have failed. There's never going to be they'll never.
Did you guys cover the kegs?
A Silver Bullet Bash. Oh, Glen, we covered everything, but more. But I'm just not. How many? 14 kegs done.
Yeah. Well, what I'm asking, when you transported them from Amarillo to Hereford, any cop would have seen 14
took the back
kegs.
Roads.
Okay.
We took the back roads. We were smart about the way we transported those kegs back.
Were y'all drinking the kegs on the way to the party, or one of the kegs at least?
I can't disclose any information. It was
the statute.
I don't know how we pulled it off, but it got pulled off, and we advertised in a 60-mile radius. We made posters and we put them in Amarillo high schools, in their halls. We advertised everywhere, and it was. But those bouncers, oh my God.
Yeah. Kevin's an entrepreneur.
Did you have mom and dad's permission?
I don't think they knew about it. But I just wonder where all the money went. I think Bowie, Newmeyer, Kobe, Tony Yostin, and the bouncers took all the money. But we didn't even care. We just had a great time. But it was just an incredible. It was just a great time.
Well, that was their payment.
Well, Kevin,
being go ahead, Michael.
I thought that ski trip y'all took.
Oh God,
some of that money covered that ski trip.
It probably did, but that's when I wrecked Robbie Christie's Bronco or whatever it was. We kind of went down in the mountain. We kind of went down, and they had to collect us and bring us to the ski trip.
Hey, Glenn, can you say black sheep?
Yeah, don't bring up Robbie Christie because he was probably one of them too.
Oh my God! What was the cover charge for this party?
I'm sorry.
What was the cover charge for the party?
Whatever the football players wanted it.
I can't be honest with you. I can't remember the rest of my high school year after the Silver Bullet Bash. I can't. It's all a fog after that.
It was.
Somebody just asked a question. Whose barn was it?
I can't remember, but it was pretty far out of town. No cops came. It was, and I remember that we had to go back and help clean it all up, and we did all that. But I can't remember whose barn it was, but it was pretty far out of town. Yeah, I'm sure the cops, because nobody was cruising the drag that night. There was nobody in town. Everybody was at the party.
I assume this was during the summertime. Not during school year.
I don't think so.
No, it's school year.
Because-
No,
Yeah,
it's
'cause
school
all
year.
It was school year
Yeah.
because we advertised in the high schools. Yeah, it was school
And
year.
I
So
brought
there's-
as many of the WT players as I could get to come.
Yeah.
I was trying to
Yeah.
support Kevin's party.
Yeah, you
I didn't
did. And y'all
realize
drank
they were
all, you drank all the beer, John.
So who is Nuclear Monster?
Who's what?
That's I think that's a classmate of Michael's, but good friends of ours.
Okay.
If it's who I think it is, Misty and I share a birthday on November 4th, so we're good friends. We've had birthday parties together for years, but she actually graduated with Michael. She knows a lot of the Phibbs stories, I'm sure.
Yeah, you're right. Here's we're saying, hey, class
Yeah.
of 88, hi friend, this is Misty. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We'll have to
Yeah,
figure
so-
out the nuclear monster thing.
And then Teresa, now is she related? Is she a sister or cousin?
Sister.
Sister. She said it was cold. So yeah, I think we're having a lot of comments here. This is awesome, guys. So, all right. So how long did it last? To the wee hours of the evening, I assume, or to the next morning?
I can't
The
remember.
bash?
Yeah.
I don't remember either.
So was Michael
It
and
was-
Patrick there sneaking me? I mean, you guys.
Oh,
were-
No, they were too young. They were too
Yeah.
young.
Yeah.
Well,
And Kobe
I
and I,
wasn't too
let's-
young. That would have been hard to get to.
yeah.
Okay.
And Kobe and I did all the music in Hereford, but we hired Dennis Detton also did music, and he did the music for the Bullet Bash. And yeah, but Patrick and Michael, y'all weren't there.
Yeah.
I don't know if
We
Teresa
tried.
was there or not. She probably was.
Teresa?
I think she was.
She probably.
Oh yeah, she would have been there. Kevin, did you guys do one again in '84 or just '83?
No, I was gone. 83 was the first and only that we put on.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, they were.
Oh, I don't
they
know
were
who
more-
took it. I don't know who tried to do it from that point on.
We
Yeah,
just
somebody-
moved the parties to Amarillo.
Well, let's go from the silver bullet to the toga.
God. That was that toga party was actually before the Silver Bullet Bash.
And I assume, Glenn, you were responsible for this one as well.
I don't take responsibility. Whose house was that at, John?
That was Bruce Clark's house. Bruce
That's
Clark.
right.
Yeah, Bruce had
Bruce
a big
Clark.
blowout party. That was a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
We
Everybody
set
was
the
there.
sound system up in his garage.
I don't know
And
where
then-
his parents were. His mom and dad weren't there that night.
He
had a-
clearly.
I can't
He had
believe
a
y'all are
big
showing
house
that
by the
stuff.
golf course. Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
great party.
It was a great party.
I don't think we were seniors. I think we were juniors.
No, I was a sophomore.
Yeah, you were a sophomore. Yeah.
I was a sophomore. Kobe and I had just gotten the sound system. We were playing the music, and everybody put their togas on, and here we go.
Toga,
And man, that was a-
toga.
That was a blast. What a party. Yeah.
See, younger guys, what you guys missed out on.
I know.
Yeah,
that
I was going to
part-
say.
Well, they had some great parties. Absolutely.
Aubrey
We
was
tried
at
to
that
throw a
party.
few, but they weren't as legendary as John and Kevin's parties. No way.
Well, someone, Emily, wrote, "Uncle
sure hope
John
Mom's
getting
not
ran
watching this.
over."
Oh no.
So what is this about? Uncle John getting ran over? Was it the silver bullet party or the toga we got run over?
No,
No,
this
that-
was when I was
No.
younger in Dallas. I got run over. I fell out of the backseat of a station wagon. My dad ran over me, and
Shit.
I remember, rolling and then getting up and grabbing my shoe and running back to the car. And then another time we were on big wheels, and we had a real long driveway with a back fenced-in backyard. And the driveway in Dallas, there's a lot of alleyways, and so we would chase each other or push each other on the big wheel and go really fast down the driveway. And I just happened to be going down the driveway when a truck was coming down the alley, and I slid under the truck, and the truck didn't realize that I was there, and he just kept going. And so I was rolling the big wheel. But yeah, two exciting stories. I lived through it.
For you, man.
Wow.
John, I think you know this chick here.
Oh yeah, Lydia and I are good friends. Yeah, let's see. Robbie Christie had a big party at the barn. Paul Jordy had his car smashed by the train. We had some really great parties, like Lydia's telling you. Like, I remember the parties. I don't.
Oh,
remember
Leona Warren's house. Yeah.
where they were, but yeah, for sure. Yeah, lots of fun.
That have y'all seen Dazed and Confused? That party made me
Okay.
think of that.
Yeah, that's Lydia and I. I can't remember. Oh, that was at our 10-year high school reunion.
And she wore those pants? Oof, I'm just kidding, Lydia. Just kidding.
You're in trouble for that. Flo.
Bravo.
Well, Lydia's been
Those
helping
were
me
the
quite a
stuff.
bit with with you guys from Hereford, and she's
Just
been
wondering where
really
you're getting
big
all
help
that
to us.
info.
Yeah. Who
Mhm.
knows what stories? they're
Yeah.
being
Where'd they
fed.
getting this
Yeah.
information?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some other
whenever
sources.
I had Aubrey and Delosier and those guys on, I mentioned about the silver bullet because she told me, ask him about the silver bullet. But I said, all right, I did. So they divulged.
I don't know if I think Don was at UTA and Aubrey was at Tech. I don't think they came to that party. They may have, but I don't remember.
And then,
Yeah.
God,
Oh,
please don't
Mom's
talk about
watching.
the house parties.
Oh, well, you just mentioned it. You got to talk about it, man.
I hope my mom's not on this tonight.
Look at
Mom,
the quote.
We're going to tell
Oh,
you some
she is?
stories, Mom.
Oh,
We're taking
crap.
some notes.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
crap.
She's watching.
We want to go back to childhood. Speaking of stories, it'd be interesting to hear what your mom would say about this. Of the 7 siblings, who truly rule the roost?
Yeah.
Well, it would have been Mariana at first and then me. Yeah.
Okay.
Until Michael
Yep.
got big enough to knock me off my kingship. And, he's being 6 years younger, when you get older, you got to be careful what you say.
Well,
The mouth
yeah,
of a
Lisa.
20-year-old.
Yeah, Lisa, I waited a lot of years to take John on. I waited and waited till he got old. And then I got
There's
it.
the older
take him back.
sister.
And you're like,
I
I'm going
guess.
to take him down.
Yeah.
Please
Mariana.
don't.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
What is-
I got to tell you about one party. So we had a party that started at the pool, and then it moved into the house. And I don't know. I think it was maybe invitation only, and then it somehow everybody found out about it. So Mariana wasn't. I don't think
Did
she
we
was
lose
at
him?
home then.
Like-
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we get you.
Yeah,
So
we can hear you.
So Mariana came and somebody called her and told her, hey, your brothers are having a big party at the house. And I think one of the things she said to me was that, like, there were people in every single room, and there were people coming over the back fence. There were people in the pool. So we had some really great parties. Mom and Dad weren't at that party, and we thought we did a really good job keeping everything clean. But later we found out that Mom started finding somebody put some beer in the dryer and forgot they left it in there. And I think some cigarette butts or, back then, pull caps or
Beer
bottle
tabs.
top. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
beer tabs and
Beer tabs in the plants.
Yeah, so we got busted,
Yeah.
but we got busted a few
And the house
years
was
later.
so clean. She's like, what in the world? They came home and was like, why is this house so clean? Because we moved all the furniture out. It was nuts. Why did we have that big party?
Oh, we got to
Well,
hear.
we had a couple, like the one of the pool parties I remember. So there's 6 years between Michael and I, and so they got to kind of maybe watch, or they didn't really participate when I was a senior or a junior summer. We had a really big swimming pool in our backyard, and so we had some really cool pool parties, and Mom and Dad were the chaperones one night, and Mom never knew this, but we had we used a well to fill that pool, and that pool was 60 feet long and 24 feet wide. And we used, we dug a well, the well was 365 feet deep, and the water it came from the Ogallala Aquifer, and so it was ice cold. I mean, just ice cold when it first went in there. So we had a cabana and we had a heater, but Mom and Dad wouldn't let us turn on the heater because it cost too much to heat the pool. So we would take a big rubber raft and we would put a rope on it, and we would fill up a gallon jug of beer, and we would like put it at the bottom of the pool, and then we would go out and swim, and then swim up underneath the raft, and then pull up the beer, drink the beer, and then let it back down. And so we were actually drinking, most of the time, and Mom and Dad didn't know about it.
Well, your mom knows now.
Yeah. She knows the truth now. Yeah,
she knows
we
most
had
of the stories now.
Hell, we could just have a show with John and Glenn. That's it. And talk about all their bad times. Last 4 years.
There's
those two.
A lot of stories I would never tell.
One story I do want to tell is I was on a date. I don't remember who the girl was, but I know I was really excited about the date. And it was a 4th of July. I think it was 4th of July, but so we were having a pool party, and it was just, we had that's when Mom and Dad were there, and we had chaperones, and so we were lighting fireworks off on the pool, kind of by the cabana around the pool, and Jeff Coop was there. Jeff and Kevin are twins, and they were in my class, and Jeff dropped one of those balls into a tube, and I was standing there next to him, and I was not paying attention, and I bent over to look to see if we were gonna start lighting fireworks, and he had already lit it.
Oh shit.
And it blew up in my face, and so I had to go to the emergency room that night, and the whites of my eyes were burnt, and I had to put 2 patches on. And so I think the thing that I was the most disappointed about was my date. Not my eyes, but my date, because I was blind. Yeah.
Jesus.
Ruined the date.
Yeah, ruined the date. Yeah.
Damn,
That
man.
was so.
How many? You were like a cat with 30 lives, I guess.
I know, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fred
Mom,
Gamboa, the Phibbs brothers. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Patrick.
Yeah. No, I was Freddie. I like seeing Freddie on here. Freddie and I were teammates.
Tell them about our party, Pat.
Mom, we went to church every Sunday. Devout Catholic family, and Mom did a lot of praying, and it paid off for John and some of the others, especially for John.
Yeah, I think I've got definitely a guardian angel, 9 lives, because there's so many stories I could tell about just being boys and just having fun, but just making bad decisions, and not getting injured, being protected. So for sure.
Well, your oldest sister said much more than 30 PTSD. At least we need the sisters on here so they can talk shit about the brothers.
Oh, you should.
Oh.
That would be a lot of fun. Yeah, to get the girls on there. Yeah.
Yeah, they're tough. I mean, they had to put up with us for all those years, and John described Mariana pretty good. She had to witness and see everything, and then Teresa was in the middle, so she caught grief from older brothers and younger brothers. And then Angela, the youngest. Angela still lives in Hereford. She married into a family with very deep Panhandle roots, the Fremel family. And she still lives out there in Hereford. So, we've got a foot back in Hereford still.
Yep.
Yeah, so the sisters are amazing. Like, they all have their own great stories. I was talking to Teresa today, and I was just having her, we were kind of reminiscing about Hereford, and I was like, tell me some of the things you remember the most. And so we were talking about, she was a really good athlete. Patrick, I think, mentioned that she held the free throw for a while, but she actually played a lot of varsity sports her sophomore year. And then she was, her senior year, she got athlete of the year. So, one of the things I remember about Angela is how fast she was. She took after Kevin. She was super, super fast. And again, you know, talking about Mariana, the way I described Mariana was she was kind of like a second mom almost, but she kind of kept things together for us. You know, she was always there. You know, the sisters, you could always talk to the sisters. Like Marianne called me this morning at 7:30, and she and I were talking, and we just constantly, you know, communicate with each other and talk and share ideas. Like, you know, friendship or friends for life, I think is probably the best way that I would describe the sisters. You know, we're all, as a family, we're all really, really close. And my parents did a really great job at fostering, you know, that closeness, that connection. You know, we played hard, we fought hard, we loved each other hard. But, you know, the great thing about it today is we're all still super, super close. And we sometimes, you know, we get together, we act like kids, we act like young adults, and we still do kind of dumb things, which makes it even that much more fun.
Oh, cool. Hey, but so Mariana and Teresa, you guys are watching. Tell me, who was the mama's boy?
I know the answer to that one.
Well, let's see what the sisters say. But
yeah, you might ask Mom who her favorite is.
Or Mom, yeah, if you're watching, who you think it was? Oh, Patrick is from Mariana. I think Patrick has 2 votes.
I was over there yesterday talking to Mom, and she said, "You know, you're my favorite."
Oh, you're so full of shit.
Emily said,
"Yeah, you know,
Marianne says
Patrick." In a big family, you know, you've got to find your space, and we had the privilege of watching Mom and Dad do a lot of difficult parenting with our older siblings. So I decided if I'm going to get any attention, I'm going to go the opposite direction. I'm going to be a good boy.
Mom said Patrick. Dude, it's all Patrick.
I don't think Mom said that. Maybe she did, but
no, there's no way she said that.
I'm going to talk to her later.
She's not getting any rides anymore.
This is fun. So this is a good question. Flo was going to ask this, but I'm going to jump in and ask it.
No, go ahead.
Yes, no. So Patrick, you just mentioned this, and this is a question for you and Michael.
Okay.
What did you want this year to? You learned a lot of what to do and what not to do.
No, what not to do. Not what not
so
to do.
Tell us about what you learned not to do from watching these guys.
Oh, no.
Michael?
Some I paid attention to, some I didn't. John, you know, John was always, he was always a good protector as an older brother. And so, you know, he ended up protecting us a lot or basically fighting a lot with different circumstances. But, you know, that kind of thing, I think we understood as, you know, you try your best to protect your family, your brothers, your sisters. You know, you bar the consequences. You just do it. So that was one that I thought, well, yeah, that's a good trait. You take up for your family. You do what you need to do. And well, some of the dumber things we would or could do. It's just part of growing up. You drink too early. You know, you make dumb decisions. So some stuff like that, you know, you watch, and some of the beatings these guys got from Mom too. You see some of those beatings, and
yeah,
that
Mom.
changes your opinion on what you should be doing and what you shouldn't, or at least don't be getting caught. Put it that way. Because Mom,
I don't know that I'd call them beatings, but they definitely got spankings that they deserved for sure. We all did. We all got spankings that we deserved. But,
I got spankings for him.
Yeah, I believe it.
As he would run away and hide, and I would take the beating.
I told you to crawl under the bed. You wouldn't listen.
Yeah,
to
you
me.
crawled. No, I crawled underneath the bed. You ran. I had
Did I
those.
run?
You ran.
Michael or Flo, you and Lisa, you've heard just a drop of some of the stories, and you can see how big of partiers they were. And so to me, that was kind of a lesson learned. Like, don't be such a partier. Don't be quite the partiers they were.
Oh my God.
Don't go to
Patrick,
that
you're so-
extent.
He just,
Well,
Yeah, you know, I
Lisa,
can tell
he
you,
just didn't get caught that much. That's the thing. He was.
You
He didn't
you
get
learned
caught that.
you learned from us two how to hide what you were doing.
yeah, we
Oh,
were
come
the
on.
trailblazers. We led
Yeah.
the way, so we made it.
You just
easier
hit
for
it
those
better
two
than we did.
They did trailblaze for the younger siblings. We probably had it. Well, we didn't probably. We did have it.
I
easier.
think mom and dad gave up by that time.
I do too.
I think they just
gave
went,
in.
you know,
They threw in
okay.
the towel.
we're
You wore
done.
them out. That's what you did.
Yeah, we did. We did.
You
We
wore
wore
them
them out.
Don't have anything left. John and Kevin were toast because of them.
We were
Well-
just adventurers, you know. We were curious and we like to have fun, you know. I mean, that's just our personalities. We enjoy talking and having a good time, and you know, we had boundaries, but I would definitely say we would push the boundaries. You know, like I said, we played hard, we fought hard.
Partied hard.
You know, yeah, so we've got some really good genetics, and so I'm gonna blame it on my genetics.
Well, are you guys ready to share another story?
Uh-oh.
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 Oh my gosh.
What?
Bar brawls.
What?
Brawls over girls.
Oh,
Kevin's
oh,
got some
God.
good stories. I got a few good
No, I don't.
brawl stories. Patrick's got a
No,
really
I
good
don't.
story to tell. Patrick
I
got
do?
me in trouble. Yeah, in Amarillo. You don't remember
well.
at the SRO club?
I remember. I mean,
Yeah,
I just
we were
pointed out to you that as we were pulling away, somebody yelled some bad words at us, and so you turned around and went back to
No, you were
take care of
driving.
take care of that situation. And there were two of them and two of us, and the guy I was confronted by, we were talking stuff to each other, and then I look over and John and the guy that confronted him didn't say a word, but just started just brawling right there in the parking lot. And so the guy that was standing in front of me, we just stood and watched those two guys fight. So that's one of those things that Michael would say. John's kind of defending the honor of the family. He went back and took care of business.
Yeah. Kevin is a really good fight starter, and you know,
Notorious.
It started when we were really little. Like, we were in downtown Dallas. We were at a church function, and we were in a school, and we were looking out the windows, and we were watching these guys in the kind of in this backyard or alleyway. But anyway, these guys actually entered the school and came up the staircase and trapped Kevin, and they started beating up Kevin, and Kevin had just had oral surgery. So, and you were probably in elementary school, I think. So
Yeah,
Kevin
fourth or
went
fifth.
and Kevin went to talk to, Dad. I ran and got Dad. Dad came back, and then I got this lecture on the way home, you know, that you never leave your brother. You always fight for your brother. You always defend your brother. So from that day forward, like, I wouldn't let Kevin fight any of his fights, like none of his fights. So anytime anybody had a problem with Kevin, I just took it up with him like immediately. So I think Kevin was a little resentful that he didn't get to throw very many punches.
I think he took advantage of it. Yeah.
He probably did. Yeah.
Whenever John was there, I could talk shit left and right.
You know, I saw another podcast about two brothers, and one was saying, my younger brother got in a fight and he was all scratched up. Oh, it was Eddie Murphy. It was Eddie Murphy and Charlie, and he's talking about his brother Charlie. Charlie was saying, man, if Eddie Murphy was scratched up, I need to be worse when I came home when mom and dad saw us.
Yeah.
And he goes, there's no, so it's probably the same thing between you guys. So Hey, a while back I sent a text to the group of some Hereford guys that were on the show. I'm not going to mention names, but one of them asked John about the time he snuck out of the room after curfew, after we beat Fort Worth Eastern Hills and Texas
You
Stadium.
knew that was coming.
Where's
You knew that was
what did he
coming.
do? How many miles he had to run to be able to play the next week against Dallas Lake Islands in the semifinals?
Yeah, I think I want to set this up, carefully. I want to set it up carefully. There were some friends of mine that came from UT to come to watch the game, and so you got to remember we didn't have cell phones, no internet, no pagers, and we were all kind of in this one hotel, and so I think they told us what time curfew was. So I just I went down to their room and was hanging out in their room. I wasn't really doing anything wrong. I was just in their room. And when I realized what time it was, I came back and one of the things I remember as I turned the corner and I was looking down the hallway, all the coaches were outside my room just waiting for me. So one of the things I wasn't alone. There were other people that were out like after curfew, but I was probably the only one that got caught. And I didn't incriminate anybody then, and I probably won't incriminate anybody now, even though I know who they are. So let me tell you, so it was a really big deal. Coach Compton made it a really big deal. I think it probably could have just been, like we'll deal with this after the playoffs, but so my punishment was I had to apologize to the players on the team, and then I had to run 20 miles in 4 days after practice before the Lake Highlands game. So I remember on the first, I think Bruce Clark probably felt sorry for me because after the first practice, Bruce came and ran 5 miles with me that first day, and the coaches, it made him stop. They wouldn't let him, keep doing it. So, but honestly, the 20 miles, it really wasn't that hard because I was in like really good shape. I think probably the hardest part was just kind of the psychology or the mindset behind what had happened. I don't know that affected the next week, but it certainly was something I thought about. So, if I had it to do over again, I would probably just stay in my room.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. All right. I got to ask one more question about, and this is another teammate of yours.
Oh my gosh.
John about calling timeout as the clock expired against Amarillo High.
I mean, come on. We were up 14-7. We had drove all the way down the field. Like I was playing running back with Wayne High. We were really close to scoring. Like we tried to score. We literally just tried to score. And so like my first instinct, I'm 18 years old. We just tried to score. We had, I don't know how many seconds left. And so I just called a timeout. And Compton looked at me and he was like, "What are you doing?" And so I called the timeout. And then instead of just, Ward has taken the ball and just kneeling down, we just ran another play and scored another touchdown. So we went up 21-7, and then I got to take responsibility for the touchdown, so it was like, come on, really? So yeah. So when you work that hard to score, you might as well score. I didn't really care about Amarillo High. They were a good team, but we just really worked hard to score, and I thought, why not? So, Coach Compton left me in the game, and Wayne scored the touchdown.
And then Tanner Phibbs, is he like a nephew or?
Tanner,
he's my son. Yeah.
Oh, he's okay. He still knows the exact details. He's laughing. That's funny.
Yeah.
And then, of course, your sister says, "Oh, not John. He would not stay in your room." So what is this all about? We would have to line up until somebody told the truth, and all of us got spanked until someone admitted they did it.
Oh gosh!
I'm telling you,
that
we
one
need
up.
the sisters. All right, Glenn, let's hear your. Let's hear.
No, it's absolutely true. My mom was really good about that. She line up. And when she wanted to get it out of you, she could get it out of you. And we'd be sitting there waiting, and she'd paddle us until the truth got out. And I think the occasion, I think, was that somebody was
Somebody scratched something
scratched stuff into her
dress or
furniture.
something.
it was in the living room, and somebody scratched something. I can't remember what it was. And Mom, I'm sorry, but
Well,
she
didn't
let us go to school.
Yeah.
She didn't let us go to school. We had to line up, and I can't remember.
We all got
I'm probably not the one to ask on that, but I just remember all of us taking the hits on it.
Do you remember,
John? Wasn't it? Was it you that did it? Oh, it was you, Pat.
No,
Wait,
no.
you
It
just telling me
wasn't
to stop?
me. It wasn't me.
Teresa,
But
wasn't it?
I'm just saying that. I mean, I don't know how many times we went through the spanking line, but eventually the older siblings talked the younger siblings into taking blame for it so we could stop getting spankings. And yeah, I think ultimately
Did we ever find out who did it?
Well, I took
Teresa.
the
Who
blame.
actually did it?
I took the blame, but it wasn't me.
You're not Mom's favorite, Patrick. Come on.
It wasn't me.
So anyway,
was it her?
That's the spanking
Mary-
story. That's
I'm
the
telling
spanking
you.
story.
Lisa, this almost sounds like a damn Hispanic family. I mean, shit, we got our asses whooped with the chancla,
Yeah,
with the sandal, man.
we got our
Mom was
fair
good at
share.
it.
Yeah, our mom
Yeah.
is Italian, so we have that
Close
same
enough.
bloodline. Yeah.
I have a Catalan or Spaniard mother, and oh man, I got all that, the fly swatter, the switch, the spatula, the flip flop,
Yep, we had them all.
the Hot Wheels track.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
And when
Glenn,
the
there's a
paddles
question.
came in,
Glenn, there's a question about Lydia. I know you probably can't read it. Kevin, do you remember seeing Kiss in concert? You, me, Joe Solis, Trisha Gomez got to the Amarillo Civic Center like in 35 minutes. Didn't something happen to your eardrum?
I'm trying to. Lydia,
Man, I love the show.
We knew this would
Lydia,
happen.
she's crazy. I'm not sure I want to comment. I just Lydia,
she came back with this. Where did you go?
Where did
Where
you
did
go?
you go, Kevin?
Oh my gosh.
Lydia, she was one of my favorites. She was awesome. She's awesome.
I
Super cool.
met Lydia at the last 80s decade reunion. So hi, Lydia.
Yeah, she's,
you met her?
Yeah.
Your son's laughing, Glenn.
Yeah. Well.
And then your sister says Weeping Willow Switch.
Oh God, we had a big weeping willow tree in the back of our house, and that's after Mom like she went from the wooden spoons to using weeping willow branches.
Yeah, soft spoons.
Those are painful.
Your son. I am
brutal.
dying over here.
Brutal.
How old is your son, Glenn?
I have two sons.
Okay. Well,
Tyler and Tanner.
Tanner's one.
And proud of both of them. They went through the Navy and got great jobs. One lives in Virginia, one lives in Dallas, and just super proud of them.
Just wait till the Christmas at the table.
Oh, great! Here we go.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, your son says he's 33.
I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you their ages. Sorry.
I want to ask a question about your sisters, guys.
Okay.
I'm the middle child, and I have an older brother who's 15 months older and a sister who's 6 years younger. And he really played a lot of pranks on us. Not very nice ones sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to hear about pranks on the girls and their response.
Or vice versa, the girls on the boys. Hell. No,
yeah.
you want the boys? Okay.
I've heard enough to know it was the boys doing it to the girls.
I think you guys, I didn't play pranks on them, but Kevin and Patrick were really good at that.
What?
Well,
you tell your story.
You caused Teresa to have claustrophobia.
I didn't.
It's because I love her so much.
Yeah,
I loved on her.
Teresa's a true middle child. She's got the middle child syndrome, but she's also got claustrophobia because I guess Michael's saying Kevin locked her in a table cabinet in our dining room at some point in time, and so now
she probably
she's
deserved it.
dramatically. Oh yeah, the pantyhose. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. So,
if we're gonna go down deep, Pat, why don't you just tell them about how many girls' underwear you used to wear?
oh my gosh, ridiculous. Okay, so what Mariana's talking about is this was in Hereford. I guess she was a senior, and she had come home from being out with her boyfriend or something. And my bedroom was right by the front door, and the windows were open. You know how in the Texas Panhandle it cools off nicely in the evenings. And I guess she was coming home curfew, and I had a friend spending the night, and I said, "Watch this." And as she walked to the front door, I just kind of made this scary noise, just. And we lived kind of on the outskirts of Hereford, and a lot of trees around our house. And she stopped dead in her tracks, and she looked around all over the front yard, and she didn't move another inch. And then she turned around, went back to the car, got in, and left. And I just kind of laughed and said she probably went back to get her boyfriend. And sure enough, some minutes later, she pulls back in, and then a truck following her, and about 5 or 6 guys get out, and they go all over the front yard looking in the trees. And meanwhile, Mariana's in the center of the yard watching all this go on. And so I make the noise again, whatever it was. They eventually didn't find anything and left. And so Mariana came in the front door, and I had pulled a pair of pantyhose over my head. And as soon as she walked in the front door, I jumped out. And I'll never forget the noise that she made. She was so close to passing out, she couldn't even scream. And it was one of those stories that have lived in infamy in the Phibbs family, was how bad she got scared.
Well, here's another story, Patrick.
Where'd you get the pantyhose?
Kevin,
for your brother John? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, not for me.
My mom's high school boyfriend traumatized. Who is that? Oh, Emily?
Yeah. What was that, Pat?
That was, I don't know if Teresa wants me to talk about this one.
Danford?
That was just coming into the house at curfew. And I went to the kitchen, and, we had cows. So we milked cows. We had tons of milk in the house at all the time. We had tons of cereal. So I grabbed a bowl of cereal. And I noticed that our garage door was open, the door from the back porch to the garage door, or the back room to the garage, which never was open. And so I went to Mom's room, and I said, "Mom, did you leave the back door open?" And she said, "No." And I said, "Okay, well, somebody did." And she said, "Go ask your sister." And so I walked into my sister's room to ask her. And just as I walked in the door, a hand grabbed me, tried to cover my mouth, but missed, got me right here. And I screamed so loud. I mean, it was like the biggest hand you've ever felt. And long story short, it was a boyfriend who had snuck into the house and was in my sister's room. And Mom came running out, and this is one of those I covered for my sister and told Mom I stepped on something, and it scared me, so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a good brother. You could have ratted her out.
Oh, I should have ratted her out. Absolutely, I should have.
Man, it's like...
I'm sure there's other stories too. I just don't know if anybody's going to tell them.
Oh, yeah, man.
Well, there's some that need to not be aired.
I think it's a little too late.
I think everybody would have those, actually. So, yeah, I don't have all that many stories. It's great that I get to hear some of these stories. I don't have all that many. We were boring.
You missed a lot of the drama, Michael, is what you missed.
I'm sorry, say again?
You you may miss some of the drama. You missed a lot of it.
Do you guys remember Death Hall?
Oh my gosh!
yeah.
How can we
Yeah.
forget?
Yeah, tell
Death
that
Hall.
story. That's a good one.
Well,
Michael,
we
you want to
used
tell that one?
Yeah. So we used to,
Kevin, tell
when
it,
we were
Michael.
young, we lived in a double wide trailer. And of course, in a double wide, the hallway's down the center and all the rooms are left and right. And at the very end, you would have your kitchen and your living room. And on the opposite end, you'd have your front door or door to get into the trailer. So Death Hall was basically John and Kevin would hide in different rooms, depending upon which time you run down the hallway. And somebody would yell, "Go," and we would have so many seconds to get to the end. And if we made it to the end without getting killed, we would win. So, but we would take off running down the hall, and one of the brothers would either jump out or, clothesline us or tackle us or trip us.
There was no jumping out. It was clotheslining or bashing you into the wall.
Into the wall, yeah. So I don't know if we ever made it to the end. I don't ever remember making it to the living room.
I don't know where Mom was. I don't know. Mom,
I was gonna say, I'm telling you, no wonder your mom whipped y'all's asses.
Yeah,
I think.
We deserved it. Yeah.
One of the biggest spankings I got was when I gave Patrick some. I think it was skull. I had him in the bathroom and I was showing him how to dip, and I think maybe I was in 7th or 8th grade, maybe. And Mom could hear our conversation, and she came in and just lit me up, man, that day. Yeah.
Again, deserving, very deserving.
Well, I know we're having fun about these pranks, pranks, and but I want to ask you guys a question. I'm going to pull up this photo. Now, you guys had fun, fun each other, but tell me, how close are you guys? I mean, I can see in the photos, but man, explain to everyone how much you guys love each other, and then you guys will have each other's backs, till the day you guys die.
Yeah, okay. That's true. Maybe I'll start. Growing up, I mentioned this when we started. My brother and my sisters were, my best friends when I was little, and even today, as I've grown, are my best friends. And so, I think I would probably attribute it to my mom and her. Talking about family, fostering that relationship between us. And I think because we're all, fairly close in age and we all live close together, and, Mom and Dad both really talked about loyalty, family, loving, and forgiveness was a really big one. We were rivals, but we also learned about compromise and, give and take. But the big deal was, even if we fought hard, we always loved hard at the end. And so I don't think there's anything that we wouldn't do for each other. That's just something that, is just kind of instilled in us. I mean, even today. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many positive things about being in a big family like this. And like John said, you have your times where emotions get high and things happen, but we've always bounced back and forgiven. And it prepares you for the real world. I mean, you've got to learn about relationships. We're all different. John's very sanguine. I'm very melancholy. Everybody has some differences in their personality, and that's the kind of stuff you have to deal with when you get into the real world. And what better place to learn it in a big family under the watchful eye of two great parents.
Yeah.
That's cool.
For sure. And there's always that, you look up to your older siblings, you take the good, and you learn from the bad. But like John said, we've always had such a good, close connection. We've fought each other. We've fist fought each other. We've hollered at each other. And 2 days later, we're just, I'm sorry, I was wrong, or, let's go do this. Let's go hunting. And it just seems to always work that way. We have our disagreements, but we love each other more than our disagreements will allow anything to stay between us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
Just
I'll still never forgive John though for sending me to the hospital. I'm sorry, I just can't forgive him for that.
I've completely blocked that out.
And
Kevin.
Mom.
Oh, you froze up.
Say that again, Kevin.
Say that
up.
again, Glenn. You froze up.
I just can't forgive John for sending me to the hospital. I just can't do that. And Mom was working the emergency room at that time. And yeah, so no, but I think, y'all are all frozen. Are you there?
Yeah, we're
We're
here.
here. You're here.
I think for me, when you're younger, you just take for granted, that these are your brothers and your sisters. And, you start to get older and then you start realizing, family is everything. And, I have friends, but I don't have best friends. And my best friends, but I do have best friends. My best friends are my family.
Yeah.
And that goes, for my sisters and my brothers, that, if I ever needed something, or there was a moment that just, I just always know with this family that I can always, rely on them. That we don't have issues between us. We just are still a family. After all these years, we are just a family, and it's just very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Well said.
Good for you guys.
So,
Someone wrote that, I forgot that person, because I haven't known this family my whole life. I can attest that all 7 are amazing people. They love Big, and it's been a privilege being their friend. It's cool, man.
Thank you.
So you guys are probably
Thanks, Misty.
feared and loved at the same time, right?
Did they say
In
feared?
some regards, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, Lisa, what else do we need to know about these guys?
Oh my gosh. I wanted to go back to, I had a question at the tip of my tongue and now I can't even think of it. It was something about backing each other up. Oh, I know what it was. Y'all, I've heard a lot about how y'all backed each other up and supported each other, but was there a snitch who was this?
Teresa.
Who was that rat?
Teresa.
I don't know. Angela.
Teresa.
I don't know.
One of the things we used to say when this is really, you don't do this anymore, but Mom would go to the grocery store and we were all in the station wagon and she would leave us in the parking lot. And this was in Dallas. We would roll down the windows because it was super hot. And eventually we would start fighting each other. And then we would, we knew Mom was coming back at some point and we would say, okay, if you don't tell on me, I won't tell on you. And so we literally had a knockdown, drag out fight in the station wagon. And we were all sweaty. And, but when Mom came back, nobody said anything. I mean, really, if somebody told on you and like payback was tough, like I would definitely do payback. You would get payback.
Yeah. And you
Sure.
did.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Teresa said that's not true.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, she did tell.
Teresa and Angela, I think, were more, the mom snitches.
Yes, I would say that probably Teresa and Angela. Yeah.
Marianne and I kept really good secrets. Like we still have secrets we haven't told Mom. So
Well,
Yeah.
let's share one of those
No.
secrets.
No, I can't tell any of the secrets. We just keep good secrets.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
One of the
Uh-oh.
things I wanted to say about my mom, one of the things that I remember, about Hereford is on Fridays, my mom would cook like a big Italian meal. And
Yeah.
so if you were like friends of the Phibbs and you played football, you got to come over on Friday at lunch. And my mom would feed you this great Italian meal before the game on Friday nights. And I was talking to John Joshuran and Felix Solis, and one of the things they remembered was they said, man, your mom, man, she used to make the best lunches. So we used to do that, and I had forgotten that mom cooked lunch for people, on Fridays, which was really cool.
That's
Yeah.
a great
Yep.
story.
She
Yeah.
did that for all of us.
For all
Yeah.
of us. Yeah.
All of us, yeah.
Every Friday
John?
during
I
football
remember my
season.
friends doing it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You reading this?
I can't see it. My glasses.
Okay, I can say I remember one incident where I was on the phone with mom while she was at work, and John and I were arguing, and mom had to come home from work to stop us from fighting.
Man, you guys fought a lot.
Yeah,
Who's
John.
that?
Yeah. Teresa, I'm mad at you for bringing that up. Like, I can't believe you just said that. I do remember that. I don't remember what it was about. I think she was really worried or concerned, so she called mom. And I don't remember mom coming home, but maybe she did. Teresa probably, exaggerated what was actually happening.
Cool. So
Of
I got to
course.
ask, I guess, and then sisters can say something. I mean, I assume the guys, when it came to your sisters, they were afraid to date your sisters because of you guys. That a true statement, maybe?
I guess it probably depended on who it was they were going to date,
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, they were pretty good about their choices in most cases, not all cases, but
Yeah, Mary Ann's boyfriends didn't ask permission. They just, and I liked all of her boyfriends. I liked all Teresa's boyfriends. I don't remember one of Angela's boyfriends. I liked them all actually. So
yeah,
I didn't really,
Yeah.
I didn't really have to get mad at anybody. I mean, I would have if I needed to, but I didn't really have to.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Well,
imagine.
let me ask. Oh, go ahead, Teresa. I mean, go ahead, Lisa. No, go ahead.
I
Go
was
ahead.
just saying, for those guys, though, even though you liked them, it probably was intimidating for them.
Yeah.
I hope so. We worked hard at being intimidating.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, let me ask you guys this, and then I know you guys shared a lot of stories, but I want to know just a short, sweet. We have cell phones now. We have cameras, and we can take photos and videos, whatever. So, John, what was it? Keep it short and sweet. What was a certain situation where you wished you had a camera to catch whatever your brothers are doing or sisters, good or bad?
Good. Like, I wish that I could have videotaped my brother falling off the bridge and waiting on his girlfriend and broke his jaw. That would have been like the ultimate.
He didn't mention your name.
You gave yourself
Sorry,
away.
Kevin.
She wasn't even a girlfriend. I just thought she was.
Yeah, but you.
But she never
up.
showed, by the way.
Yeah, she didn't.
All right. What about you, Glenn?
Oh my gosh.
Well, it could be a sports. It could be a football. It could be base, whatever. I mean, just anything in life.
Yeah, I think. Man.
You want to skip to one of your other brothers? What do you
Yeah,
think?
skip me for a second because I've got 3 or 4, and I want to.
Michael. Okay.
Well,
Michael.
I would say that one of mine was a bit funny. Was as Patrick and I were what were we? I think we were just playing something outside, and we were pretending like we were trying to catch each other or shoot each other or cops and robbers or something to that effect. And my poor father, he was on the side of the house working, and I had seen Patrick go around that side of the house. And so I didn't think Patrick saw me. So I was running to catch up to him, and I was going to surprise him around that corner. And my poor daddy's bent down working on something right around the side of the house. And I come flying around that corner screaming, bang, bang, bang. And my dad fell over and screamed like he was having a heart attack.
Yeah.
And Patrick,
Oh, man. That's funny.
Patrick was hiding behind the tree, you know, watching this whole thing go down. And but the look on my father's face and the scream that he made, I still surprised him. And if I think that would have been on video, that would have just been, it would have been hilarious to be able to watch that again. Yeah,
that's funny.
So many good things, fun things, bad things, just great times. You know, you kind of wish that you would have a camera to record them and stuff, but then some of the things you're happy that it wasn't recorded. It was back in the day before all the internet and all that, and it just kind of it seals those memories in your mind, and you carry those with you. So that I like.
Well, good. What about you, Patrick?
Oh gosh, there's probably a lot, but a lot of them are. So your question is if you could take a picture of something
or video,
capture something on social media or something like that.
Yes.
You know, there was a
cell phone.
I'll keep this quick, but there was a very infamous, a notorious incident that happened in Hereford on the drag. You know, Mr. Berger was in the Pack-a-Sack were kind of our turnaround point, and everybody parked there and talked to figure out what was going on for the weekend and where we were going to go. And somebody of the high school group realized that the Mr. Berger food freezer was unlocked, and a lot of high schoolers came running out of that freezer with frozen cases of hamburgers and hot dogs and tater tots. And I'd like to snap that picture and see all those people coming out of that freezer with that food so we can find out who the real culprits were that started that. Because there was a long line of high school students at the police department either Monday or Tuesday when we got back to school. A lot of people had to make amends after that.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. That's funny. All right, Glenn, back to you, man.
I could relate a lot of stories to Hereford, but I'm going to go back to one of my younger memories when we lived in a town called Leonard, and we lived out in the country, and we had a 15-acre lake out there, and we used to go out there and fish, and we'd take our dog Pepper out there. She was a little rat terrier, and the grass was always kind of high around that lake, and she loved to get in there and hunt out snakes and whatever. And if I could ever capture this on video, this would be the one that she found a water moccasin, and she got that thing in her mouth and she started swinging it back and forth, and she was right next to John, and she swung that thing and it went right on his back, just smack, just hit him. And I just remember him having these big wader boots on, and he came out of those boots running, and as he had this water moccasin on his back. You remember that, John?
Yeah,
I remember.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I was dying that she just swung that snake right on top of your back as you. So funny. Anyway,
Damn, John,
great memories.
yeah.
Yeah.
30 lives, brother. All right, so here's your sister, and of course, we're definitely gonna have the sisters on. And a friend guarding picking okra. Patrick and I got bored. His hair was long at the time. I had little rubber bands, and I put his hair in many little ponytails.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gosh,
I remember that.
We were really young.
I remember that.
Really, really young, and
what, like 17?
No. This was when we lived in Leonard, I think. So it would have been I wasn't any
was.
older than fourth grade, but it was probably second grade or something. And she gets a kick out of that image of me running down the road with all these little ponytails all over my head. Yeah.
See,
Teresa and I were close. She was just a little older than me. She never treated me like a younger brother. Matter of fact, I still feel like her older brother, actually. And I appreciated her bringing her friends around and that kind of thing. So she and I got along real good, as Michael and I did, because we shared a bedroom together.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, didn't John and me and Teresa share a car?
Yeah, that was a
Remember
challenge.
that Honda
What kind of car was
GLC
it?
with the window that you could just push down with your finger and you could start it without a key?
You shared the
Did
car.
was it John, you and I that shared that, and then Teresa shared that with us? Or is it just
It
you and
went
me?
through, I drove it too. So there was
God.
at least 4 of us that drove that car called
Yeah.
the Tank. We called it the Tank.
Yeah, and
I was gonna say, did they have a nickname?
everybody knew that you could push down the window with your finger and start it without a key. So we had first and second lunch, and so I'd go out there and second lunch, and I couldn't find the car because somebody in the school would take the car and then just park it wherever. Yeah, and that was that beat up Honda GLC. That's why we could never get a date, because nobody ever wanted to go in that car.
Hey, I'll tell you a quick story. We had
no cars.
We had a class of 82 people, and one of them said that she got the keys of her friend, a duplicate keys of her car. So they would move her car, and when she come to the parking lot, and she's like, "Oh shit, where's my car?" Because they kept moving it and moving it. So then 2 years later, I mean, there's 2 younger siblings, brother and sister. They did the same thing to the younger sister because the older sister gave her the car, and they had this extra set of keys. So they did the same thing over again with the younger sister. Kim and Carrie Tuttle.
Yeah. Always
So, here's a cool comment from one of your cousins.
Thanks. Is that Vanna? Yeah.
That's
Vanna.
So,
thank you, Vanna.
Lisa, let's go. We're almost at the. I mean, actually, we're past the end, but we're having so much fun. Who cares?
I want to ask how you guys. Well, first of all, I have 2 questions about how you describe yourself. But the first one is, who do you think is the most handsome, the smartest, and the funniest?
I don't know if we should let the audience answer those questions.
Yeah.
Okay, girl.
I'm not sure we qualify for any of those. We're pretty average.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought Patrick was probably the smartest, John, Patrick. I think, not slighting you, Kevin, but just my thoughts.
It is what it is.
You might be
I think
there.
we all have like.
I like to have
areas-
fun. I wouldn't say I was the funniest, but I'd say I'd like to have fun.
Yeah, we're all funny in our own ways. And I think everybody's really smart in their own ways. Like, I love science, and I do a lot of deep dives in the arena of health and wellness, or just science, food science. So it's something I'm passionate about. So I know a lot about it. Pat and I both work in the pharmaceutical industry. And so we're both clinically trained in different disease states and, drugs and that kind of stuff. So that's helped us, I think, as far as like developing academically, or at least, it's challenged us on a consistent basis. So I don't know, if we're talking about math, I might say Patrick. If we're talking about science, I'd say me. And if we're talking about gymnastics or cheerleading, I'd say Kevin for sure.
Oh, appreciate it.
Or Teresa
Michael.
I was gonna say, Teresa said you should have been a doctor, but go ahead.
I know. They call me John, almost a doctor. Yeah. Michael has like super talented skill sets in the mechanical, kind of that electrical, like he sees things and understands things that I don't see or understand. And so he's really good at that. And he's a thinker. Patrick's a thinker. I don't think Kevin thinks much, but
Hey,
Hey,
I'm an entrepreneur, never worked for anyone.
Yeah,
That's
for
yeah,
sure.
right. You are the entrepreneur.
Kevin is a business builder. He's got a lot of skills when it comes to building business. He's an entrepreneur. He's got
Yeah.
lots of great ideas. I mean, even in high school, like he mentioned, he was thinking about ways of making money when we were younger, and even today, he still thinks about things like that.
Yeah,
Well, he
he's got a
wasn't that
way.
damn good. I was gonna say
He's
he's not
got-
that damn good. He hired the wrong people for the silver bullet, and they stole his money.
Hey,
That was a learning curve.
but
Live and
seriously,
learn.
my sophomore
ahead.
year, my first business was with Kobe Craighauser, and we were the dances. We had our own sound system, our lighting, everything. We did all the music at the KC Hall and did all the dances for people that would hire us. We traveled around doing all that. We made back in that was 81, 82, 83. We were making $250 a night playing dances on the weekends, and that was our job. And I loved it. I didn't have to have a normal job, just make cash on the weekends. And that was probably my first ever real business. But yeah, that was great.
And we appreciate you, Kevin, for putting on all those dances. We'll have to make sure.
Yeah.
I think people know now. I didn't realize that you did that, but I'm
You
happy
didn't?
that you did that.
John,
I mean, I had forgotten.
We put on all the dances.
Yeah, I had forgotten about that. But
I
that
couldn't
allowed a
believe that.
lot of us to dance. So that was fun.
That hooked you up with a lot of,
So could
Yeah,
you guys
definitely the
could you
honor.
guys dance?
Oh, we could dance.
I think Kevin
We could do the Roger Rabbit, the Running Man. We could do it all.
I
Yeah.
can do a
Kevin and
mean air guitar.
Yeah.
Kevin and I were in a dance contest at the
Oh
Paramount Club.
God, don't go over that one. Don't do that
I'm
one.
sorry. You mentioned that I've been for the last 20 years. I've been trying to think of that damn club in Amarillo. It's the Paramount.
no.
I went there. I
No.
would say half a dozen times. So yeah, it was pretty cool. So Glenn
Kevin-
saying, "Oh no," so John,
Kevin was
no.
the best dancer. They had like I think it was 10 weeks of like dance contests, and so each week it was a guy's thing, not a girl's thing. So each week they had a separate winner. So one week Kevin won, and then one week I won, and then a good friend of mine, Lee Mason from Plainview, he won one week. So Kevin and I call him Roy Lee. But
Roy Lee, yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
you know Roy Lee?
Yeah, absolutely. He was on our show.
Yeah, he and I are big buddies, but he and Kevin and I were all in the dance, the finals of the dance contest at the Paramount Club.
Go white boy, go white boy, go white boy.
Kevin was the best dancer. I mean, Kevin was he was a gymnast too, so he didn't talk about that, but he was a really good gymnast, and so he would do backflips off the wall, and he just did some really great stuff. But yeah, so Kevin's probably, I would say, the best dancer in the group for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
One time, one of the times I was at the Paramount, I was a friend of mine, Andrew Dunlap, Lisa. We were there, and he had that. He had the I think polo shirt. He had the the collar when you turn it up just the back, but you leave the fins part down. And someone from Amarillo said, "Dude, collar's up, man." I'm like, "Damn, that's probably John or Glenn." I didn't even know those guys.
Maybe.
Probably so.
So that was a cool club. I like that place.
Yeah,
We
Paramount
loved it. The
Paramount was
structure,
awesome.
That was, man,
Hey,
so many
John,
good
wasn't it the
memories.
Paramount that you got me into when I was like 16 or something?
That's it. Amarillo.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Mom.
I think
Mom's
that was
gonna-
the
Mom just
Paramount.
heard that, Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took a lot of pride in getting my younger brothers in the Paramount Club.
It was the barber chair, wasn't it?
Yeah, we put you in the
Oh
barber
God,
chair.
did they still have the barber chair then?
Oh yeah, Michael got a few shots.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Now,
my gosh.
did Glenn? Did he ever wear like black pants and a little white collar?
I think Glenn had like
He may
Uh,
have. He may have.
what were those?
Uh,
what were those ties that people put on? Bolos.
Bolos. Yeah.
Kevin wore Z Cavaricis, Guess. Bolos. I mean, he was dressed to
Jabot,
the
I bet you
T.
Jabot pants.
No, it was the
Jabot.
double polo. It was
And
the
double polos.
you had to wear two
Well,
or three
I
on
was
top of each
referencing
other.
the bear dancers.
Hey,
Oh.
you know,
I knew you were.
one story that hasn't been told is like Kevin was Kevin and Patrick were college cheerleaders, and we would go down to Padre Island, and Kevin and his cheerleading friends would like start building towers on the beach. And I mean, there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people around Kevin and all of his buddies. So you remember that, Kevin?
Yeah, the towers.
Oh yeah, the towers.
Not smart.
So much fun.
4 and 5 high people up there. Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was not good.
Everybody drinking. It was crazy.
I wasn't drinking.
You weren't?
No.
I think you were.
So let's go back to high school, guys. We're getting kind of close to the end, and I have a question. So, who was your favorite teacher, or a teacher who impacted you or helped you the most? I'll start with. I'm going to go youngest to oldest. So, Michael, I'm going to start with you.
Well, my freshman year, I really liked history a lot, and Jody Rogers in La Plata was a great history teacher. He just really was animated, brought out history, and he was involved in the band. He was really good in just animation and just really bringing history to life inside the classroom. It was a great experience. And then in high school, I remember Mrs. Kelso was in English. And I really liked her English class. She was just such a great teacher. She, just the way she taught was very kind and just real considerate to her students. You know, it was just really meaningful the way she taught. And it was just, English, but I just remember that she was a great teacher. I enjoyed her class.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you. Patrick?
Yeah, gosh, there's so many good teachers. My wife, my amazing wife, Monica, homeschools our kids, and we've had opportunities to talk about, the curriculum that I went through in Hereford, and she's amazed at the literature list that we'd had and just some of the stuff we studied in Hereford and had a great education there. One of my favorites was Mr. Kelso, who taught advanced social sciences and world area studies. And I mean, he amazingly brought that class and that learning experience to life for us. And I can't describe it enough, but I mean, it went over even into graduation, where one of the things we studied in that class was Machiavelli's The Prince, on how to gain and maintain power. And so we pulled a trick on him at graduation, because he was on the stage shaking hands with everybody. And when he shook our hand, we'd pass him a note or give him something that said, "Boom, you're dead," like we had just killed him. And so just stuff like that really brought our education to life. He made it so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful. Expand your world.
Glenn?
I can't remember what class. Coach Haney, what class did he teach? Do you remember, John?
No, Coach Haney, Coach Purcell. I honestly don't remember.
I don't remember what it was, but maybe I just liked Coach Haney a lot, but I just remember when he was in, whatever class it was, it was just really enjoyable. I just loved being in his class, and I wish I could remember what class it was, but although he was a coach, he did a great job in whatever class that was.
Well, your sister just answered social studies.
Yeah, I think it was.
That was it. Yeah. So I don't know. It was his personality, the way he just always, got along with us as kids, which, maybe has something to do with my coaching career and the way I get along with kids and stuff like that. But I just always enjoyed being in his class.
That's
Yeah,
great.
I would echo what Kevin said. I think my favorite teachers were my coaches, obviously because I played football and I connected with them. I didn't really, I have favorite subjects. Like I loved science. Science was really important to me. I liked history. We had an aerospace class at Hereford that I really enjoyed, Aerospace One. I can't remember who the teacher was. I can see him. I just can't remember who he was. So really, I didn't, I mean, I enjoyed those subjects that I just mentioned, and Coach Haney was great. But honestly, I didn't enjoy school, like that part of school that much. To me, it wasn't. I enjoyed. I went to school because I enjoyed playing football, and I look back at it now, and I wish that maybe I had spent more time, energy, and effort, taking a real interest. But that time in my life, I just wasn't really interested in school. But I would say that probably the coaches, that taught classes were probably the favorite subjects that I, enjoyed the most.
Well, cool.
Or teachers, yeah.
Guys, the show should have been about an hour and a half, but it's just going on 2 hours. But it's okay,
Wow.
man. It's okay. But I just, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a 10 mini series of the Phibbs brothers and sisters. So stay tuned, guys. We have 9 more of these shows. So But I just want to ask the three, Glenn, Patrick, and Michael, real quick, and then we'll go to parting words. When John reached out to you guys about this podcast, what was your first thought, Patrick?
I mean, I thought it was going to be about football, quite frankly. I thought the first thing we were going to talk about is football, but the more I learned about it, I loved that it was going to incorporate family in Hereford and just kind of the nostalgia of that time period in the 1980s. So the momentum started building in me. I started getting excited about it.
Cool. Michael?
Well, I had a little bit of fear, hesitation. Actually, I'm not a very social person. I'd rather be quiet and reserved. But I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. It's just a lot of fun talking with my brothers, again, and doing it in this setting. But I thought there was going to be some football, but I'm glad that we've got to discuss what we've got to discuss, because I think the overlying theme here would be family, fun, forgiveness, love, all those special, important things. And I just want to say thank you for allowing us to give our time and our words.
Shouldn't forgiveness be first? Just kidding, Michael.
Glenn. First and then forgiveness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not with the Phibbs. What I hear. What about you, Glenn?
I mean, when they first brought it up, I didn't care to do it. I just kind of like Michael. I'm not on social media at all. I live in the present. I don't really think about the past that much anymore. But then, as we started getting a little closer to it and they started explaining that it wasn't just about, just a Hereford thing, that it was more, about family and things like that. And, how we grew up. And then it started kind of like, okay, I can do this. And then as it got a little closer and we had our little meeting, then I decided I'd go dig in my trunk and get the photo albums out and get the just look at all the old pictures, and it brought back so many memories that I mean, I could go on for hours going over just the Hereford stuff, and but not just Hereford with my friends and things like that, but Hereford as we went there as a family, moving from Dallas, and remembering that we drove up from that, I can't remember the highway coming out of Canyon into Hereford, and we got into Hereford, and that smell was god awful. And thinking that was my first impression of Hereford, and how would I ever get through this? And then it just was a town that was, I mean, it is the best ever. I mean, I loved it. I loved all the people and the friends, and you know, our experiences with our family. So going back to, you know, what you're talking about, I'm so glad that that I got to be a part of this. You know, it was
Well,
it
good.
was fun. It was fun.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
You know, I got to give props to Lydia. She's the one who, again, who's been helping me, and you know, she gave me John's info, and from there, you know, I was just thinking football too, but then, you know, the more I heard about the Phibbs brother, I'm like, screw that, let's get the Phibbs brothers.
Oh, is that Lydia right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Lydia.
So, but no, thank you, Lydia, for connecting me with John. So, well, guys, we're definitely at the end. So let's just go ahead and start. You know, give your parting words, and then
Darn,
Lisa will do ours.
I didn't get to ask my fun question.
Uh
Your
oh.
friend question.
Bring it on
Another
the
fun
girls.
question.
Oh, just give us 5 more minutes, Flo. Because
Oh, okay.
I've never asked this question before because we've never had siblings on before. So I'm going to ask each of you to describe each other by restaurant and store. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. I had a dog sitter watching our house and dogs, and my sister was spending the night, and that woman asked my sister, okay, Lisa's not here, I want to ask you how to describe her and your brother. And my sister thought for a moment and thought, well, I'm Target California Pizza Kitchen, our brother is Walmart Cracker Barrel, and Lisa is Nordstrom Gourmet Restaurant. So I would like to know how you describe each other via where, just like that, restaurant and store, or it could be a
Restaurant
car.
and
Yeah.
store.
Yeah, it could be a car.
We describe each other or ourselves?
No, each other.
Oh lordy.
Each other.
Wow.
Michael, what year is your truck?
69.
Michael's a 69. It's a Chevy, isn't it?
Yeah, Chevy short wide.
Chevy short wide, and I would say Brahms Restaurant.
Brahms.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brahms. That's funny. Sorry, Michael. I had to say that.
It fits.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, back. Your turn.
Well, this is, to me, this is a hard question to relate in terms of maybe a restaurant and a food. It's I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time with it, but
That's cool.
I know this is tough. That's a tough question.
yeah, it is a tough question for sure.
If you're going to describe John in a restaurant, could we change it to grocery store? We describe him as Whole Foods.
Whole Foods, yeah,
There you go.
that would be good.
That's a good one.
Yeah, John's definitely John's Whole Foods for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I think
Kevin?
A store or a restaurant?
Either.
Or car.
Or car. Any descriptive to describe how well you know your sibling. I was just using the restaurant store as an example, but use any descriptive to describe each other.
You got Bass Pro Shop. You got Payless. You got.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. John's Bass Pro Shop. That was my first thing. John Bass Pro Shop.
There you go.
Cabela's.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Cabela's.
Yeah.
That's what I think with you.
Well, you know what? Let me say this, Patrick. What about your sisters? Forget about you guys. What about your sisters? How would you best describe them? So all of you guys, your oldest sister Mariana, how would you describe her?
Oh gosh, yeah. I think we touched on it earlier. She embraced the mothering role, that love and care. You know, she had her party years, but she quickly, I think, realized the significance of what mom and dad did for us. and she jumped into that role. Very mothering, very loving in a good way, very supportive, so kind.
Hey,
With
Pat,
yeah,
go ahead. Sorry.
with Teresa, Teresa cuts all of our hair. She was a beautician, and she has to take on all of us with haircuts, and we kind of demand them when we demand them, and so
but
she's
she's not
giving
cheap
of
though.
herself. Yeah, she's not cheap. They're not free. They're not free for sure.
No, they're not free.
Good for you, Teresa.
I'm her.
And she's got 7 kids, and her youngest is special needs. She's very devoted in that regard to her family, and to not just her immediate family and her husband, but her extended brothers and sisters, and mother and father in that respect.
Cool. John, what about you, man? And then we'll leave. This is the last one. We got to go to parting words.
And so, just remind me, are we describing the sisters, or now are we talking
like
about-
Teresa and Angela.
Sisters and Angela.
Angela and Teresa are next.
Oh man. Now, you want me to describe them in terms of restaurant, or
whatever you want to.
However,
Just describe them. Yeah,
did you just do
Teresa's
Teresa?
more like John.
I did Teresa too, but
Let's go with
Teresa's
Angela.
like a John. She's the health, the wellness, the everything that's good for you. Angela, I'm saying Angela's more like mom to me. But I give that to mom, because I think all 3 of our sisters turned out like that. That they all are very caring, loving, nurturing, take care of.
Yeah, big feelings, big emotions,
Yeah.
deep
Oh, yeah.
feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all, they're all
lot
very
of drama.
similar in that way.
I would call
Drama.
Mariana.
drama.
Mariana.
They love
used to be
wine, all of them.
Oh, they're all winos. Yeah.
So it's total wine.
Mariana
love that
used
wine.
to be yeah, they do. Mariana maybe a little too much. I told you to stop, Mariana. I would describe Mariana as a 1969 Camaro in her younger years, and then she turned into kind of a minivan suburban person. That's kind of how I would describe her. Yeah,
that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank y'all. So let's go to parting words real quick, and then so we say good night. This has been a fantastic show. So let's start with the older brother, John. Your parting words, man.
First, I just want to say thank you. This has been so much fun for me, and I love being able to do this on this type of platform, and I really, really appreciate that. I have a lot of great memories of the Texas Panhandle, Hereford, Texas, the friends I made, the friends I still have. I look forward to, future opportunities, and Hereford was a great place. I didn't want to go there when we first moved, but I'm so happy that, that's where our home was. And I got to experience the things that I experienced. So thank you.
Cool. Glenn?
Yeah. Same. I could just repeat what John said. I really appreciate you all having us on and get to talk about our life and our past, and getting to bring Hereford into it. And like John said, we came from a town that we all loved. And I don't think that there was one of us that wanted to leave that town. And then when we got there and got to know the people in Hereford and the friendships and everything, and a lot of special times, and which I'll never forget. But thank you two for bringing us on and getting to talk about our family. So.
It's our pleasure. Patrick?
Yeah. Unlike Kevin, I'm very nostalgic. I love our history, and I'm just sentimental about the time in Hereford and our family's time together there, and such great people in Hereford. My friends to this day, we're still very, very close and talk all the time. some of them who are on the podcast tonight, pitching in on the comments. But, the work ethic of people in Hereford and the faith of people in Hereford, with what our parents had to put up with us and the strength of them to keep us going on the right path, is something that's so admirable now that we're parents and husbands and wives of children, or fathers and mothers of children. So it's been fun. I could spend more time talking about Hereford and all the memories that comes out of there with friends for a long time. So yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yeah, pleasure. Michael.
Yeah, thank you, Michael and Lisa. I just wanted to maybe touch on a little bit of a different path on this. It's just my father had passed not too long ago, and what I got that stuck with me on that during that time frame and his sickness and his passing was our family was right there. It was the big support system. We were all together. Dad got to be with us all, and we all got to be with Dad. And I just walked away from that thinking just how important, our family is and how family is in general. Love and family and God is all you got. So, but it's just great being together with these guys and these girls. I love my siblings, and we're all very close, and that's thankful to Mom and Dad that put that in us, instilled that in us. Yeah. So, but I just want to say thank you guys for letting us share some fun and share some good times and great memories. Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. Remember, we have 9 more parts, so it's fun. All right, Lisa.
Michael, I think you would have had a great time with us in Hereford.
Oh, yeah.
No, I definitely would have been at the Silver Bullet. That's for damn sure. I would have been there with Glen. All right. Lisa.
Sure.
Well, Alan, thank you so much for agreeing to come on our show. This is has been our little passion project. We're getting close to 2 years of doing this, and this has been one of the best shows. And, my takeaways from listening to your stories, I know that y'all know how incredibly blessed that you are, that you're such a close family, but you can be close to siblings and they not be your friends. The fact that y'all are all friends and you enjoy each other's company and can get through any adversarial situation is really a testament to your parents, to, how they guided your life, and what an incredible blessing. And the other thing about your friendships, and I'm very close to my brother and sister, and we've gone through some trials and tribulations with our parents over the last few years. And nobody, when your parents are gone, it doesn't matter how old you are, when both your parents are gone, you're orphaned. And to share that experience with your siblings and to have that support system is really powerful when we're adults and our parents are aging. But the other thing about the friendship with your siblings is that no one knows you better than your siblings. No one knows your experience better than your siblings. And the fact that you can all be the age that you are and still look at each other and say, you're my best friend. You're my best friends is the most incredible thing to have. And I feel so honored. And I know Michael feels the same way, that we're just so honored to be a witness to that tonight. And it's just really touched my heart. And I can't wait to meet your sisters.
Yeah, Mariana,
you're gonna have
Mariana. I'm going to send you a message to the messenger. So I want you guys on.
Oh boy,
so you gotta
get the girls on.
John, this is to all of you, but when you were sharing the story about defending your brother, in first grade, I grew up and I was born and raised in Plainview, and we lived on a farm. We had cattle and the whole 9 yards. And my brother had a crush on this girl, and he was supposed to sit with me on the bus, and he didn't. And I got picked on by some 6th graders. I was in 1st grade, and he got in some serious trouble. And after the spanking, My dad lit into him like, you are your sister's protector from now until the day you die.
Yeah.
And he's never forgotten that. He became the best big brother. So, we
Oh,
lived
that's good.
up in a
But
generation where that was really instilled in us. And so, I know how special that is as a little sister. So
I bet your brother said, but Dad, you should have seen the chick. She was hot. Well, guys, it's definitely 2 hours long, but which is good, damn 2 hours. This was awesome. I'm not
It's been
complaining.
fun.
This was a lot of fun, gentlemen. Thank you. And
Thank you.
again, yes.
Thank
we
you,
look
guys.
forward to-
Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. So thank you, and you guys have a happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Well, no, you guys are Italian, and Happy New Year's. So Happy Contra, whatever. So good night, guys. Appreciate
night.
you
Thank
guys
you.
coming on.
Thanks,
Thanks
Michael,
again.
Lisa.
thank
All
you.
right. Bye.
I got you, brother.
How's that? Get out of here.
I got you. I'll kick you out. Cool. That was funny. We got to keep this short because it's definitely we're going on 2 hours and 10 minutes, and that was great, Lisa. Oh my God, it was good.
We
It
could have
was
talked 2 more hours easily.
absolutely. I'm telling you, if they do
A third of
the-
the questions.
if they do a part 2, shit. I mean, yes. And Mary, I'm not sure if you're still watching. I'm gonna yes, I will get a hold of you. Or I'll get your number from your brother John. We want your 3 sisters on. So
That would yes, because it's the other side of the story. We have to have
exactly. And maybe one of them can have their mom with have their mom with them. That would be fun. It would be great. So guys,
yes.
let's see. Next week we have a special show. We have 4 band members from the going Red Raider, like Red Raider going shit. I don't forget the hell it's called. Man, it's late. The Red Raider going band from Raiderland. My bad, guys. And it's we're gonna talk about the 100-year anniversary this year, and of course, hopefully they're gonna Tech will be at the Big 12 championship in a couple of weeks. So that's what's next. It's Albert Vega's the only one from Plainview that'll be on the show with his wife, and one of my friends from Lubbock I met, Sean Alsop, and his wife will be on there as well. So we'll stay tuned to that. Well, Lisa, you got to say anything else before we go?
No, it is way past my bedtime.
Yes, it is. So and then well, anyway, let's say good night, and then I'll talk to you for a couple of minutes afterwards. All right. So peace and love, guys. Peace and love.
Thank you.